Today we thought we'd talk about putting. Massive part of the game. As you all know, people that play golf realise that most of the shots we have when we play golf, half of them are on the putting green. So there's some very basic rules on putting. First of all, it doesn't really matter what putter you've got. It's entirely up to you. But always try and sole the putter pretty much reasonably flat on the ground. Like so. You don't want it sitting up this way or like so. So your putter will sit differently to someone else's, but try and sole the putter reasonably flat on the ground like so. Next thing is grip. Well, years ago there was only one or two types of grips, but now there's that many. I'm probably not going to talk too much about grip. My idea is that we still try and join our hands together, but as you all know, there's a lot of different types of grips around now, so we'll leave that alone for the moment. The main thing is that we don't choke the putter. Nice, relaxed in the hands. If I gave that putter to someone, they should be able to pull it out of my hands. Only just, but they should be able to pull it out of my hands. Okay, so when we set up to the golf ball, we want to try and get our eyes somewhere near the ball, probably just inside the ball is not a bad option. So my eye line is just dropping inside the ball. Next thing is ball positions opposite the front hurl. I think that's where you're going to get the best roll from. There. Stance, width of your stance doesn't really matter. I don't think that's important. I think it's entirely up to you. One good tip, when it's really windy, stand a little bit wider. That'll keep you a little bit more stable. But other than that, just your normal relaxed stance, leaning over. As you can see, a lot of people when they first start putting tend to putt like this. You want to lean over from your hips. So your eye line is just inside the ball. Okay. Now from here, what we're going to try and do is we're just trying to make a nice smooth swing pendulum style. You've seen a pendulum on a grandfather clock. That's sort of what you've basically got to do. And you'll notice when I take the putter away from this line, the putter moves ever so slightly to the inside. So yes, when you putt, there is an arc involved. It's a slight arc in, back along the line, then back in. Some people these days teach straight back, straight through. If that works for you, go for your life. My idea is that there's always a slight arc to your swing. Only very slight, but it's still there. So you have a look here, back and through. Back and through, and you'll notice when I'm swinging, I'm not moving around too much. So I want to stay nice and still. I don't want to be moving all over the place. Nice, still, use your arms and shoulders. Arms and shoulders. Don't get into a habit of just doing that. Okay? Now the other thing is, when we talk about the pendulum type swing, the further you are from the hole, the bigger the pendulum's got to be. The closer you get to the hole, the shorter or the smaller the pendulum's got to be. What I see a lot of times is people tend to take the same backswing, but then they just hit the ball harder. Try and get that pendulum longer and smoother when you're further away, and when you get closer to the hole, a little bit shorter back and through. Okay, but it's a nice smooth swing. Don't try and rush it or anything like that. Just keep your arms and hands nice and supple, nice and relaxed, and just swing them back and through. Okay? And you might get like that occasionally sometimes.